park on the streets or any other roadways in the area. All streets remain open to vehicular traffic. Proceed to the nearest sidewalk and obey all laws. Failure to adhere to this order may result in citation or arrest.
We've got a policing that's out of touch with the social needs, but is still institutionally strong and cannot be pressured to reform. We've got angry people, I guess you might call the anarchists here, who are taking out anger and causing damage to things randomly, feeling that somehow that's striking out against authority. The crazy thing is we've got two forces here that would seem diametrically opposed, and yet they're feeding each other. The anarchists would say that they want to show how policing is ineffectual. Policing can't stop them, they can't make it safe, they can't. And the police would like to say, see, when you don't fund us enough, see how much craziness goes on. There's more crime, there's more shooting, so we need to fund us more. And these kinds of things actually give fuel to each other. It's going to be called a vicious cycle. They're both feeding each other and speeding a downward spiral, which is helping nobody.
I am born and raised here, and yes, it is a liberal city, but there are still a lot of microaggressions and implicit bias that I experience today. Like, I can still go into a store on, let's say, Mississippi Avenue and be followed around that store because of the color of my skin. So we still have a lot of work to do, and racism and biases are ingrained in the DNA and the fabric of America. So this, us having honest conversations and talking about race and biases because of someone's sexuality, sexual orientation, we have to continue these conversations, and we have to make real change to move forward.
I think there are a bunch of disillusioned people just out to destroy things, I guess. They have no purpose, no legitimate protests. They're just out there creating havoc, breaking windows, burning trash cans, It's all senseless activity as far as I can tell. But I thought the police did a great job.
Do you think it's not the people's job to criticize the government if they're doing something really wrong, like killing people or enslaving more people? There are more people in our prisons than any other country. Would you like to explain that? Because I'm the daughter of one of them.
We're just out here just to support our fellow protesters and let them know that we're going to stand with them. And we decided to come to this area because it seemed like this area is very quiet and a lot of people are choosing property over humans, and we want them to change their mind, change their thought about that.
Protest is a voice of the unheard, right? And when there is an injustice happening, it affects us all, regardless if anyone wants to believe that or not. But any injustice will affect us all. So I feel like that's the protest is translating that.
The challenge with protests are that once they transition into breaking windows, vandalism, so I think they've lost the empathy of the community. They also it's counterproductive. Understand that there's systemic racism, there's a number of challenges in American society, but you don't solve that by vandalism and something like that. That actually plays right into the hands of the people who are proponents of that. So that's a shame.
I mean, we gotta think about it though. This change is not gonna happen overnight. This is what, 465 years of racism ingrained in our country? This is not going to happen overnight. So it's gonna take time for this change, but we have to stay resilient and speak up and make sure that we come together as a community.